guys, how's it going? Oh, hang on. Can you guys hear me properly? I think everything's all set up. Yeah, everything should be all set up. Hey guys, welcome to the, monthly Covenant Canon Q&A live sessions. For those who are new to the channel and don't know what this is, I pretty much read out all the questions from the Covenant Canon, Discord server, and, while I play some Halo, just to keep you guys entertained while also, answering any questions you guys might have. And for those of you who don't know where exactly to submit your questions or where the Discord is, all you need to do is go down to the description box below, and there should be a link to join up on Discord. So just click join. There should be a channel called Q&A submissions. Sorry. Sunday and my brain's already going to crap because yesterday I had a headache. But yeah, like I said, just go to Q&A submissions and ask your questions. Just make sure that they're appropriate. They don't necessarily have to be Halo related, but it's usually encouraged to be more Halo. But like I said, if you want to ask any random question, feel free to do so. Like I said, just keep it appropriate. And with that, let's get down to the juicy bits. Let's get off with Halo Reach, and I decided to do a little bit of Sword Base, because I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite, and played a lot of Halo 2, and a bit of Halo 3, but I haven't played much of Reach. And honestly, it was one of the first Halo games that kind of got me really invested into Halo. I played Halo 2 and Halo 3, of course, before this, but this game... This game really got me hyper-fixated into Halo to the extreme. This pretty much was the precursor to me becoming the Halo lore nerd. You guys know me today? Alright, I'm just gonna skip all that and just pause so I can get Discord going. Hang on one moment. Sorry about this, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Give me... And I also want to get live chat up, just so I can see all the lads in live chat, which I can see is Researcher, who is also known as Rising Fire Spreads Its Light. How you doing, my man? I hope everything is going well for you. And actually, he's the one who has the first question. So, hang on, let me just start the game, and we'll get going. Just let me know, guys, if there's any audio difficulties in the stream, or the game volume is too loud and you guys can't hear me, or the latter, if my mic is too loud, you guys can't really much hear much of gameplay and stuff like that. But his first, for Rising Fire Spreads Its Light, he asked, do you think it could be possible for a human to join the Sword of St. Helios, like be formally incorporated into their ranks without being part of the UNSC, like they do with the Ungoi? I think it's more than possible that humans could theoretically join the Swords, because the Arbiter is seeking to make his Concert of Worlds coalition, and that's beyond the Sword of St. Helios, so I think it's more than possible he could incorporate humans into his ranks, kind of like the Banished do, albeit less aggressive and hostile. I'm not sure. Well, with the amount of St. Heli that are within his ranks, most of whom are veterans of the Covenant War, I don't think it would probably be the wisest course for the Arbiter to make, considering the fact that many of them, like I said, many of them were veterans of the war, and probably... And Ghost would probably still... Ghost of Prejudice and Mistrust would probably be a very big problem for them if humans were allowed to join the ranks of the Swords. That's the only problems I could possibly see that idea being incorporated. Not impossible, but it would be very difficult to incorporate the humans into the ranks of the Swords. Oh. Hang on. Just take care of these jackals. Yeah, come on. And as you can see, as you could probably notice, I'm playing on easy, like always, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am rather crap at Halo. The only thing good for myself going on is the lore. That's the reason why I established Covenant Canon to begin with. Oh hey, look at some sub-Tavawans being all jittery little shites. All right, hang on. There we go. All right, moving to another question from Rising Fire. What movie are you Oh, what movie are you anticipating for next year? Okay, I think he's asking what movie am I looking forward to for next year. Oh, that's a very good question. Honestly, I don't really have a movie that I'm genuinely looking forward to, really. I've pretty much seen the movies I really want to see, Transformers 1, and, yeah, that's pretty much it. There hasn't been much movies that really got me genuinely excited. So, yeah, not really. There hasn't been much, Alright, let me see if I can hijack that Wraith. Nope. Come on. Alright, got the hood off. Let me see if I can kill this Saint Elite. Haha, my Wraith now. Ha. Yeah, nothing really much to look forward to, really. Alright. Oh, jeez. Discord, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Why can't I see some people's names while I can see others? I think it's Hiragingu. If I'm mispronouncing that, man, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing. I'm terrible at pronouns, unless I'm actually hearing them. Alright, so Hiragingu asks, his first question, actually, is, what is your favorite species in Star Wars? Oh. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've,
that should bring us back online with
I haven't really been well-versed in Star Wars lately. I've watched, like, some of the Disney Plus shows and stuff like that, but in terms of, oh, hey, Fallen Nazgul. I think that's how you're pronouncing, how your name is pronounced. Hope you're doing well, my friend. If I had to make a guess, I'm going to be a really basic picture. I'm going to say Wookiee, I guess, because there hasn't really been much. Actually, if we're going to go with old canon, maybe the Pure Blood Siths from, the Old Republic game, I guess. Oh, no, maybe the OG, Mandalorian species. Oh, God, I forget their names. If everyone knows, let me know in the comments so I can... Let me know it, so I don't, so I don't butcher the name. I want to see... I know it begins with T, right? I don't know. Okay, moving on to his next question. What movie from Star Wars do you like the most? Oh, okay. This one's a good one. Now, I want to say the obvious answer to that would obviously be Empire Strikes Back. I love that movie, but I also really love The Force Awakens, and I know many OG Star Wars fans would curse me for saying that, but it was a good way of starting the sequel trilogy, which kind of pays homage to A New Hope and other stuff, but I wish they'd done The Last Night and The Rise of Skywalker better, honestly. And I love the whole concept of the First Order. It was cool. I like their aesthetics. I wish they kind of, there was more. They dived into their lore more thoroughly, if that makes sense. Alright. That kind of answers the kind of answers the next question from Yurigingu. Do you think that the sequels are bad? I think they are. Like I said, I don't dislike The Force Awakens, but I do think the Rise of Skywalker and The Last Night fell short. That's kind of the I think that's kind of the best way I can possibly interpret that, really. I think that The Force Awakens could have made the sequel trilogy really good. I just don't think. I think the biggest problem with The Last Night, in my opinion, was, I don't know, it was just certain characters that I just did not care for, really. And the fact that they really twisted Luke Skywalker's story in a way that was almost unrecognizable to the character. It's... Oh, The Last Jedi! What did I say Last Night? Oh my god! Oh, I'm thinking of Transformers now. Oh, sorry. Thank you, researcher, for correcting me. The Last Jedi. Why did I say Last Night? Oh, the Jedi are called the Jedi Knights, so I guess it's something... Oh. Man, my brain is still on the fritz. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm literally becoming a smooth-brained chimp at the moment. Jesus. Yeah, you're right, researcher. It is the fifth Michael Bay Transformer movie. Oh my god. Yeah, The Last Jedi, not The Last Night, had a lot of character problems, like I said, with Luke Skywalker and all that. And I think it's kind of obvious where the Rise of Skywalker faltered a bunch. Though I did like the Return of Palpatine. He was such a great character from both the prequels and the OG films. Alright. Moving on to another question from Yurigingu. What is the worst species in Star Wars, in your opinion? I guess Ewoks? I've never really cared much for Ewoks that much, so they just look like teddy bears with spears, if that makes sense, I guess. Another question from Yurigingu. He has a lot of Star Wars questions, Jesus. Who would you like to become, Sith or Jedi? Neither. Mandalorian. This is the way. No. In answer to that question, I guess Sith. Jedi are just kind of too dogmatic. They're really too... I don't know, it's just... Something with the Jedi always strikes me, like, they seem, like, I know they're supposed to be portrayed as, like, the good guys, the heroic knights and all that, but if you watch, like, the prequels and, like, more recently, The Acolyte, the Jedi are just supremely arrogant and super... I don't know, they're just too full of themselves, if that makes sense. I guess, while also shrouding behind their own... Oh, I was trying to kill this Invocati. Jesus. Oh, and just for FYI, for those who are not that huge in Halo lore, that's actually what the St. Elite Ultras are called, the Invocati, which I also think is a rank in the Roman military, Invocati. I think it's either a military rank or some religious post. I don't know for certain. If anyone in Halopedia knows and is watching, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm probably wrong about this in some way, shape, or form. So, moving on to another question from Yurigingu. He asked, what is your favorite faction in Star Wars? Either the Galactic Empire, the First Order, or just the Mandalorian clans from The Mandalorian. I don't know. I've always had a soft spot with enemy villain factions, like in this case, the Covenant, the Banished, what else? The Empire from Star Wars, and others. I just think that villain enemy factions have way more interesting lore than the good guys, because it's just with good guy factions they just seem a little too basic, if that makes sense. Here's some Revenants. I really hope we get the Revenants back in some way, shape, or form in the future. Those vehicles were so cool. They were kind of like the love child between the Ghosts and the Wraith. They were so fun to play back in the day, back when Halo Reach was really booming, if you guys get my drift. Alright, so I'm just gonna get out this Wraith. Oh man, I'm still adjusting from Infinite's, oh my tongue, my brain and my tongue can't work today, sorry. I'm still adjusting from Infinite's, gameplay mechanics to Reach's. But yeah, here Ringu asked a non-Star Wars question. He asked, what enemy in Halo do you dislike to fight? Mine is the Hunters. In terms of, like, enemies in general, I would say the Flood. I'm sorry for all you Flood fans out there. I just think the Flood is just supremely overrated, and I do agree that they were really interesting back in their prime. But since the days of Halo 3, I think it's kind of best to put the Flood to rest at the moment. I do like that they got some spotlight in Halo Wars 2 with Awakening the Nightmare, but aside from that, I think it's time for them to be put to rest and for another enemy faction to take their place. Maybe the Banished, if we're ever going to get the Prometheans back, them as well. Oh, there's a mob! Oh, no! Get back here! Get back here! Get back here, I want to fight you! Get back here, you little... Sorry guys, I'm gonna fight this mob. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Suck it! Sorry, moving on. Sorry. Ever since... it's always been my passion to hunt down mobs in Halo Reach. Especially this one. Alright. But, yeah, back to what I was saying. I think the Flood has had their time, but now they need to be put to rest for other factions to take their place at the moment. Like I said, either the Banished, if we're ever going to get the Prometheans, then them as well, or maybe the Endless, who we'll probably see in the next Halo game, which I'm very curious about them. Alright, I'm just going to take care of some of these Mechalegolo. Oh, there we go. Now, let's take care of some of you lads. Nope. Come on.
Elevator, Lieutenant. Take it.
Ah! Suck it. Oh, it's been a long time since the assassinations. I miss those things. I don't know why they were canned in Halo Infinite. Such a pity. There have been such great opportunities for assassination in that game. Cat, you okay? You okay there? You seem like you were lifted in the air or something. You guys... Cat, are you okay? Oh... Okay. Rising Fire asks, if you were a regular Cybertronian during the Great War in the Transformers universe, which faction would you join and why? Decepticons, really, because they are the coolest. I know people are gonna say, oh no, the Decepticons are evil, the Autobots are where to go. Sorry, no, I like the Decepticons. I like their whole vibe of, being former, miners slash slaves who were oppressed and pretty much trying to rise up through kind of like a Spartacus level rebellion and just establishing their own government through might makes right. Kind of like the Banished, actually. And plus, Megatron is cooler. I'm sorry. Optimus Prime is a boss as well as many will say, but Megatron is Lord. Sorry. I love the Decepticons, and if I had a chance, I would join them. But if the Decepticons wouldn't be an option, then the Wreckers, because they were cool too. Particularly the Wreckers from Transformers Prime. I love Wheeljack and Bulkhead. They were freaking bros.
Can't do this on my own. Need another starting up here.
Okay, moving on to Kirikingu's question. Have you ever watched any anime or movies of mecha genre? And if yes, what was it? And if you ever watched many of them, what was your favorite? Sorry, Kirikingu, I've never watched any anime. Sorry, I'm just not. I know many people will say, oh, why am I having? Nope. How do I turn it off? There we go. I know many people love anime these days. I'm just not one of them. I don't know. It just never caught my appeal. Aside from the Halo Legends stuff, anime never really caught my eye. Really. I know many people do. I'm just not one of them, unfortunately. Sorry if that's a bit of a bummer for you, my friend. Oh, go. Alright. Oh, hang on. I'll get to your questions in a minute. I just gotta take care of these guys. Alright. Take care of that. Alright, I'm just gonna pause so I can scroll on to the next set of questions. Hang on a moment. Alright. Alright. Got that? Alright. So here Gingu asks, in your comic War Torn, will there be Jiro Hanai characters? I don't want to spoil too much, but potentially. There is a potential for Jiro Hanai to make an appearance in War Torn. I'm not going to say in what capacity they would, but probably not in the way you would expect, if that makes sense. Ooh, hang on. Before I proceed on to killing the Banshees and the Phantom, let me answer another question. From Hirigingu, he asked, how much languages do you know? One, English. Sorry, I'm just not, I'm not a linguist, sorry. Even the Sangheili language from the Halo TV show is a freaking mystery to me. I've never been much of a linguist. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna take care of this. Oh, come on, Phantom, die already! All right, there we go. Now let me take care of these infiltrators, or these. I think. Are they infiltrators? They're wearing infiltration harness, but they're spec ops. Yeah, they're spec ops, not infiltration. Hang on. Alright. Oh, come on! I wonder who was in command of that Corvette here during this mission. Probably some minor shipmaster within Barutomi's fleet, probably. Because, for those of you who don't know, these initial Covenant here were part of, I forget the name of the fleets. If people remember, please let me know in the chat. But, these were, these were more of a reliquary fleet under the command of Barutomi. The shipmaster of the big CSO supercarrier. And rip. Rip to that Covenant crew.
Beautiful, ain't it? Someone should take a picture.
War criminals. Just kidding. Okay, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. He asks, have you ever played the High Moon Transformer games? War for Cybertron and Fall for Cybertron? And, yes, I have. Both were very fun to play back in the day. I remember playing, War for Cybertron. Oh, yep, that's it. The Fleet of Valiant Prudence. Thank you, researcher. Thank yous. You are correct. You are very much correct on that. Alright. But back to the question. Yes, I have played those games. They were very fun to play. I remember playing War for Cybertron back during the high school cross-country days. Oh, what the hell? Where the hell did you come from? That's the first I've seen you here. Alright. Took care of that. And yeah, Fall for Cybertron was also very fun to play. It's a shame that we didn't get much of a sequel to those games. I mean, if you count the Rise of the Dark Spark as a semi-sequel, I mean, it was fine for what it was, but it was just, I don't know, in my opinion, it was just like a cheap way of advertising Age of Extinction. I don't know. But, alright, so, moving on to Kirigingu, he asked, what is your favorite character from each faction in Halo? Ooh.
Negative. Too small. I'm not in the dark zone yet.
That's a good question. Now, I'm gonna go for the easier ones. For the Covenant, I would say Thelvadam and Ripamormi and Val Chavami being my top three. For the Banished, Atrax, Escharum, and Jaga or Domni would be those. The Swords of St. Helios, Thelvadam, Anthosram, and Uze Taham, I would say. The UNSC, I would say Blue Team, Lord Hood, and Grey Team. June, calm down. There's no enemies here. Don't stop teabagging. God damn it.
Is your radar tweaked? I'm a friendly.
Yeah, you're teabagging. Oh, there's some St. Helium Rangers. Pop! Alright, where's the other one? I know it's another one. Where's the other one? Oh, hi there!
Yes, clear.
And... Snipe! Snipe! There we go. Back to Oni, I would say Veronica Dare. Oh, what is it? What is that one? Oh, I know there's another one. Veronica Dare. Yeah, honestly, I think that's just it for Oni. The Insurrection, I would say, Ilsa Zane. Though, technically speaking, she's part of the Banished now. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could still count Ilsa Zane, because she was initially part of the new colonial alliance. Tongue, work. The new colonial alliance. There it is. Jeez. Oh. I beg you guys to pardon my brain and my tongue. They are just... I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. They are not computing with me today. They are not cooperating with me today. Alright. And for the Forerunners, I would say the Didact is my favorite character, and the Flood, I would say the Primordial, seeing as, well, though technically speaking, the Primordial was a precursor until he pretty much became the core consciousness of the Flood, aka the Great Mind. But yeah, it still kind of counts, I would say. And I think the Primordial would also count for the precursors as well. Oh, I'm also forgetting the Covenant remnants. Julum Dama, Selenion, and I think Vata Gejat. And though the Jerohanai aren't really considered a faction, I would want to also include Lidus and Hecabe. And Castor. I actually quite like Castor. Hope we get a follow-up story with him and Insulin Garugai. That's it. I hope we get a follow-up story to Castor and Insulin. Though we do know that his ex-girlfriend is with the Sword of St. Helios now. So that was really good for her. Alright, moving on to other questions. Sorry, I got very distracted with that one. Rising Fire spreads its light. Is there any movie that you consider to be overrated? Oh, okay. Movies that I think are overrated. Good question. Movies that are overrated. I would say probably Top Gun and what is it? Top Gun and what is it? The James Bond movies. I think those are kind of overrated in my opinion. Not bad films, mind you. It's just that I don't know. They just seem very overused lately, and kind of overhyped, as it were. Like I said, not throwing shade or anything. Alright, moving on to another question. Is there any... Okay, this is another question from Rising Fire, aka the researcher. He asked, is there any Halo level that you hate? And if so, why? I would say Cortana from Halo 3. Like I said before, I'm not a huge Flood guy, and just navigating through a lot of Flood stuff during High Charity was very, I don't know, it's just, to me, the Flood levels have never been the most enjoyable, in my opinion, and back in the day, they were super hard to, High Charity was super hard to navigate back then. Back when I first played the game. Oh, there's a Guta. Get sniped! Jeez. I think, if memory serves, these guys were initially going to be mounts for Kick-Yar snipers, I believe. I think they were originally meant to be mounts for Jackal snipers in this game. Yep, I'm gonna snipe you in the ass. And now we gotta deal with his friend there. Get sniped in the ass. No! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away! Go on, kill the Covenant! Kill the Covenant! No one killed the Covenant! I'm gonna hit you in the crotch now! Come on! Die already! There we go. Jesus. Alright, now take on the little guys. Alright. Yeah, but back to your question, Rising Fire. Flood levels have never been the most enjoyable to me. And honestly, like I said, High Charity was very difficult to navigate in Halo 3 while looking for Cortana, and just encountering all those crawler guys that turn into those big berserker type hulks, the pure forms. That's it, the pure forms. Those guys were just too annoying for me to generally enjoy, really. But yeah, I hope that answers your question there. But let's move on to another question from Rising Fire. If you could introduce your character Nakai officially into the Halo lore, in what way would you like to do it? In a comic series, a novel, a Waypoint Chronicle? Good question. Oh, that's actually a really good question. I'm kind of leaning towards either novel or Waypoint Chronicle. For the novel, I really want to explore Nakai's like background in sort of the same way like Rajka Kisan was explored in Halo Envoy, or like or kind of if we're gonna go for like his origin stories in the Covenant War, probably something of a similar manner as Nizat Kevarosi was in the two Master Chief storybooks, Silent Storm and Oblivion. Kind of like something like that, but in post-war, probably something kind of similar to Thalvadam's in Halo Outcast. But if we're talking Chronicle, it'd be a good way to introduce him kind of like to the uninitiated, if that makes sense. But kind of like as a revealed character later on, like we are exploring the background of this mysterious elite, but then his name gets revealed at the very end of the Chronicle. That's probably super overcomplicated explanation on my part, but I hope it makes sense if my description doesn't do its service. Pretty much just the Chronicle detailing the accounts of an elite who is later revealed at the very end to be Nakai. But yeah. Alright, let's take care of some of these two ones. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Pop up. Come on. No, I'm not gonna let this any guy take him. It's mine. Shoot. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Get assassinated. Alright. Okay, here Gingu asks, if you ever had the chance to become anyone in the Halo universe, no matter when and who it would be, who would you become and why?
Didn't like leaving it to someone else.
Ooh.
So we came back for this.
That's a very good question. I would say either Thalvadam.
What, you gonna arrest me?
No.
I would say Thalvadam, actually, because I would love to play in his shoes as an honorable Sangheili zealot, rising up to become a shipmaster and then later supreme commander of the Covenant, and then just becoming the Arbiter and becoming the ultimate leader of the Sangheili. I would love to go through the similar journey that he went through. Obviously, the Mark of Shame business would probably not be the best, not gonna lie, but the rest would be a very interesting experience to have, I would say. Either that or Rajka Kisan from Halo Envoy. I think his story would be very interesting to be played as, if that makes sense. Here Gingu asks another question. Is it sad that only two people are asking you... Is it sad that only two people are asking you questions? No, not at all. Not at all. People... They're... In the past, Supreme Commander, aka Colt, was the main dude who asked a whole lot of questions in this channel. But I think he's at Worlds in Seattle. So I wish him nothing but the best at the moment. I'm actually very jealous because I unfortunately could not attend this year because my brother is getting married next week. And, yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna pause so I can scroll on down to more questions. Hold on one moment, guys. Alright. Okay. Rising Fire Spreads Its Light asks, do you have any Transformer figures? I used to before I, had to move, to my new apartment. I had what was it? Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. That was honestly the coolest figure that I had at the moment. And this was the studio figure, not the, OG leader class Megatron figure. But aside from that, at the moment, no, I don't have any, Transformer figures at the moment, alas. There were times where I was very tempted to do so, however. I kind of wanted to get, the Bumblebee Shockwave figure, because that one looks really cool. But, yeah, at the moment, no, I do not have any.
We use the riverbed to smuggle rations, weapons, basically anything that UNSC considers contraband.
Alright. Now, let's move on to the Covenant Pylon, shall we? While I answer another question. Rising Fire, he asked a question, which is, what is your favorite version of Megatron? Talking about design, personality, fate, etc. Ooh, good one. Good question there. In terms of Megatron, my favorite Megatron, I would say Transformers Prime. It had the best blend of Frank Walker's amazing performance as Megatron, obviously. His design, his flight mode, was definitely inspired by the movies, which I definitely appreciate. His personality, like I said, is heavily inspired by both his ruthless nature in the movies, while also having the deceptive nature from shows like Animated or the G1 films, or the G1 cartoon series, sorry. And his fate, yeah, like I said, Prime. Because Megatron ultimately dies in the show, but gets resurrected by Unicron and is later enslaved by him, only to be later freed and pretty much renounced being evil and just going into exile. Kind of like a good turnaround for Megatron becoming this gladiator turned revolutionary turned tyrant into kind of a regretful individual who pretty much goes into exile to contemplate what he did. Aside from that, I like the newest version of Megatron from D16 from Transformers 1. That was honestly, that's the second best Megatron, in my opinion, because, well, I'm going to spoil some things from the movie. Pretty much D16 is pretty much a very loyal individual to begin with, but when when the truth is revealed about Sentinel Prime being a Quintesson puppet, and pretty much, and the fact that he took the cogs, their natural-born cogs, to become little better than slaves, it's understandable that D16 became so enraged that he couldn't trust anyone else, and was just overcome with rage and hatred that he became Megatron. That is honestly a really realistic approach to how to explain Megatron's origins. And I really hope we get a sequel to Transformers 1, because that was honestly a really great movie, and honestly the trailers did immense injustice to the film. And I really hope, like I said, I really hope we get to see a sequel to that movie. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let me take care of some of these cubbies, and I'll move on to the next question, shall I? Okay, moving on to Hiragingu. He asked, do you planning to have animated series in your videos? Wait, what? Hang on. I think there's a bit of a typo in your. It's kind of hard to read out. Hold on, let me try again. Do you plan to have animated series videos on your YouTube channel? Oh, I would very much love to do that. The only problem is that I have no talent in animation whatsoever, unfortunately. And also money is kind of tight with me at the moment, so I can't really hire anyone to do like big animations like I did with that Julum Dama video I did. I think it was last year or the year before. It's kind of I can't remember at the top of my head right now. But yeah, I would love to, but skill issues and money constraints kind of prevent me from doing so, unfortunately. Alright, Hiragingu's second question is, do you have any ideas to play D&D with someone? Alas, no. I'm not really that much into D&D, unfortunately, my friend. It's just, my ex-girlfriend tried to get me involved with D&D 5 or 6 years ago, but it just seemed, to me at very least, boring. Not, like I said, not throwing shade at anyone who loves D&D. If you love D&D, more power to you. But it's just, with me, it's just, I don't know, it's just not that engaging to me. Sorry. Alright. Right. Okay, Hiragingu asked, which Halo character do you think is overrated? Oh, okay. Overrated. I would say... Oh, that's a very good question. Oh, I honestly don't know. Overrated. If I would have to choose anyone, honestly, I would have to say Master Chief. Oh no, not Master Chief. Spartan Locke. I would say Spartan Locke. I don't dislike him as a character per se, but I think his story was trying to get built up during the events of Halo Nightfall, but I don't know. Halo 5 and, like I said, Nightfall didn't really do much to really make me care for the character itself. I'm glad he's generating a strong fan base at the moment. Like, I know there's people that are still kind of thinking that, oh, Hyperius somehow killed Locke, and they're all upset about it. I don't think Hyperius killed Locke. I think he just took his helmet as a trophy, and that was just the end of it. I mean, we don't really know. We don't know anything that happened. So, like I said, the helmet could have just been taken by Hyperius and then used as a trophy for other Spartans to fear. But yeah, if I would say the only overrated character, I would say that the only Halo character that I think is overrated is probably Locke. Alright. Moving on to Rising Fire. Which one do you like better? Cats or dogs? Dogs. Dogs. I love dogs. They are the cutest animals alive, and they should be protected like children. I don't like cats. I've had bad experience with cats in the past. My mom, back when I was in middle school and early high school, she had a cat who pretty much got pregnant and had like at least 3 or 4 cats who just pretty much peed and just made messes all over the place, and that just it just made me hate cats forevermore. I mean, I don't. They're just. I prefer dogs. Sorry. I prefer big dogs, not small dogs. Not small dogs, big dogs. I can tolerate medium dogs, but big dogs are my preferred. Preferably either golden retrievers, German shepherds, or huskies. I would love to get either one of the three, but alas, my apartment doesn't allow big dogs, unfortunately. Alright, let me take care of this one grunt. Come on, where are you? There you are. Alright, let's go see the Fleet of Valiant Prudence. Alright, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. He asked, what do you expect from Halo Empty Throne in terms of the lore and the plot now that many of the characters have been revealed? I kind of actually...
Large Covenant deployments have occurred undetected.
This is a very good question. Especially if you guys have seen my recent... If you guys have seen my video that I released last night. Basically, during the Halo World Championship, Alex, Jeff Easterling, and Hidden Xperia pretty much had a cannon fodder live, and near the end they revealed a lot of characters that will be making an appearance in the book. Grey Team, Osmond, Black Box, Lord Hood, Atriox, Escharum, Sully Neon, and the two that I'm very much excited to see, the Scion and Urtas Volume, the Half-Jaw. I am very much excited for that. But back to the question from Rising Fire. In terms of the lore for Empty Throne, I think this book will have the potential of exploring the post-created galaxy without Chief, Zeta Halo, and pretty much showing what the galaxy is like now that the created is gone. We got a little bit of that with Battle for the Blood Moon. But beyond that, there's not much to say what happened after Cortana died and the Create fractured. So I think this book will offer a lot of detail into what's going on with the galaxy now that Cortana's gone. And I'm very interested to see what. And the lore, and another lore implication I would love to see is how large Sully Neon's Covenant is. Because last time we saw Sully Neon, he was fighting back against Doom Dama after taking one of his assault carriers. And I believe, according to the encyclopedia, he's built up his Covenant on a abandoned Sangheili colony world. So I'm very much excited to see his Covenant again and seeing how they interact with Banished. Because, like I said in the video last night, the only Covenant Banished interactions was the ones of the Loyalists under Das Lasvad and the Keepers. Oh, you AIs are so freaking useless. Alright. I'm just gonna drive up to the Tyrant. Here we go. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can take down the Tyrant. Have a sticky! No! No, I'm getting out. No! Back off, Sangheili General. But, yeah, back to the question. I think there's a lot of potential with the lore implications for Empty Throne. I don't know exactly what these implications might be, per se, but I am very much excited to see. Oh, come on, let me hijack you. Come on. Come on, come on. Stop backing up, stop backing up. Alright. There we go. Come on. Sorry, I'll get back to the question, sorry. And like I said with the, with Urtos and the Scion, I would love to know what they've been up to since, Shadow of Intent, and I really want to know if they managed to uncover any clues on, Cloister, or know what's become of the Sansha'yu. It'd be very interesting to see what that story might unfold. Alright, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. What do you think of Transformers 1's box office situation? It's unfortunate. Honestly, I honestly blame this whole situation on Michael Bay. I mean, his first 3 films were good-ish, but ever since, like, Age of Extinction and The Last Night, I think it just really, he really soured people against Transformers after that, and it's really unfortunate. I really want to see more Transformer stuff in the future, like what we got with 1. I don't want to see more over-sexualized characters, and nope, I want to hijack the bit. Nope. Cat, back off. The wraith is mine, goddammit. Come on! There we go. There we go. We're good now. Oh, hey, Henry. How you doing, my man? Henry Badger's in here. For those of you who don't know, he's quite a veteran in terms of a voice actor in the Covenant Canon community. He's voiced a lot of videos, and his most recent was the one on Orna Folsom. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go and check it out in the video section of the channel. And if you guys don't know, please follow him on Twitter, aka X. He's a really fun guy. He's honestly, I consider him a good friend of Covenant Canon, and I would recommend him for any video projects, or I would recommend him for any projects that any of you guys are doing. Reach out to him. He's a very nice guy. Oh yeah. I too blame the marketing team for botching the movie, because, like I said, the movie itself was great, but the trailers made it seem like some goofy MCU-style comedy flick for a Transformers film, which it most certainly is not. I definitely recommend you guys go and see Transformers 1 if you haven't already. It's a great film. It's honestly, I think it's my favorite Transformers film to date. Honestly, I think it's honestly better than the OG Transformers the movie, like the OG 1986 film. In my opinion, it's borderline Transformers Prime level good, in my opinion. Alright, got that taken care of. Let's just move on to the next. Alright.
New intelligence. Friendly forces near the Covenant outpost have sighted a high-value target. An elite zealot, in fact.
Not just any zealots, mind you, my good friends. This zealot is in fact a member of the devoted Sentries. Zealots attached to the fleet of Valiant Prudence. Attached to, Ro Barutami himself. I do think the devoted sentries were in fact the zealots that we encounter all throughout the game. Not just the zealots we encounter just prior to the Long Night of Solace's destruction. At least I think. I don't know. Because I know there are other chapters that use the same armor. Come on. Oh. I love the grenade launcher. God damn, this is really hard. Sometimes I get a kill from these guys. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, moving on to a question from, where is it? Oh, here we go. He asked, what Transformers film do you hate the most? Oh, the first, I've said this before, the Last Night and Age of Extinction. Those films were utter garbage. They utilized too much of the, budding comedy, like, they kind of overused the sex and all that stuff for the film. I don't know, it just... And plus they kind of butchered the whole Optimus Prime situation, like, with, like... They kind of made him into, like, a war criminal, for the most part, who pretty much gave up on humanity in the Age of Extinction. Which totally goes against all things, Optimus for those long-time Transformers fans. Alright, let's take care of this devoted sentry, shall we? You're mine! Get sticky! Alright, let's take care of the rest of these guys. But yeah, back to the question. I would say the last two Michael Bay Transformer films are the ones that I hate the utmost above all. Age of Extinction and The Last Night. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Whoa! Come on. Alright, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. He asked, is there any Halo character to... Oh, wait. Oh, is there any Halo character you consider to be underrated? Oh, underrated. Ooh, good question. Oh, that's actually really a good... Oh. Underrated. I know there is. I know there's... I would say Urtas Vadum. Urtas Vadum was such a cool character in the OG Halo games, and honestly, the fact that he's been absent throughout the entirety of the last 3 Halo games is such a tragedy. And I'm loving the fact that he's coming back to Empty Throne, along with the Scion. Those guys are honestly the coolest characters in Halo, in my honest opinion. But yeah. Urtas Vadum is one character I consider to be heavily underrated, and who deserves all the love in the world. Come on, come on! Let me get... No! Ha ha ha! Yeah, get out of there. Don't you snarl at me! Get off! Kiss my ass. My wraith. My wraith now, good sir. Oh, also, if you guys don't know, if you approach the Tyrant, there will be Yanmei popping up, and they will swarm your ass. And I think also a pair of Mechalagola. No, back off. Oh, I know there's... Alright, hang on. Alright, I normally don't do this, but let's approach the Tyrant. Oh, there they are. There you are. Alright, let's see if I can try and take out the tyrant with just the Wraith alone. Oh, there we go. I just shoot the base of it. There we go. No! Cheap move ongoing. Hang on. Swatter! Get wrecked. Alright. Let's take care of this phantom, shall we? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, boo! Alright. There we are. Okay, moving on. Okay, actually, hang on. Oh, Mech, you are still alive. How are you still alive? There we go. Not alive anymore. Okay. I'm just gonna pause right here so I can scroll on down to more questions from you guys. Oh, we got good amount. Hang on. Got a couple more questions pop up. Oh, people that are not here in Ego and Rising Fire. Lovely.
Well done, Six.
Alright.
We're gonna fly you the rest of the way.
Okay, here you ask, what is your favorite animal? And, why? Why is this doing this? I know this is one of my moderators. I forget her name. Or his name, sorry. Oh, I forget the name. If everyone knows, please let me know in the live chat. Discord is just being so stupid at the moment. Here can you ask, what is your favorite animal? And follow up to one of my moderators is, they say, follow on, what is your favorite sea animal? My favorite animal in general? Ooh. Oh, Navy Tuna. Thank you, researcher. Navy Tuna. Thank you very much. But yeah, Navy Tuna asks, follow on, what is your favorite sea animal? But yeah. In terms of animal, I don't know. I like dogs. I don't know. I kind of like reptiles also, like crocodiles, alligators, and all that such. Aside from that, I'm not entirely sure. In terms of sea animals, to the follow-up question, either great white sharks, dolphins, or maybe the hunter whales. I forgot what they're called. Sea bass, I think they're called. I think I'm probably wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna go on that.
Solid copy. Dot.
Alright. Yeah, those are the only animals I can come up with, guys. So, sorry, that wasn't as big as you guys were hoping for.
Here we go.
Okay, moving on to another question from Minister of Congression. Besides from Waru's brothers, is there any character you'd like to see in Empty Throne? Oh, that's a good question. I would say, Orcas. Thank you, Lucifer, Draken. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Orcas, that's it. Thank you very much, my friend. I'm smart, I'm honest. Aside from, Waru's brothers, I hope we see, Felvadam make an appearance, if, seeing as, Urtas Vadum and the Half-Draw make an appearance. Who else? If we're in terms of the Banished, I hope we get to see Jaga or Domini. Maybe one of the Bloodstars. Who else? I'm not entirely sure, honestly, because aside from the reveals from Friday, there's not really much that we know about Empty Throne aside from the 9 notable characters who will make an appearance. I'm sure there will be someone else that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But yeah, I think at the moment the only characters I'm actually hoping to see is Del Vidam. Oh, I got fooled by the freaking hologram. That deserves immediate mark of shame. Got fooled by a freaking hologram. Jesus Christ. Okay, Minister Congression, moving on to the questions. Minister Congression has another question, which is, have you read any Transformers comics, IDW, Skybound, etc.? No, I am not. The only comics I've really read were the movie adaptation comics, like Revenge of the Fallen, Starscream's The Reign of Starscream, I believe, and those kind of comics. Those were back when I was in my middle school / high school days, but nothing recent. If that's what you mean. Oh, let me see if I can hijack that Banshee. Don't you dare. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Mine. Mine. Alright. I'll move on to those questions, guys. I just want to kill this Banshee right here. How? Come on. Track it. There we go. Alright, moving on to Rising Fire. He asked, what is your opinion on Halo Reach as a whole? Ooh, I kind of answered this question to begin with in the stream. I really like Halo Reach in terms of campaign and multiplayer. And the Forge is just excellent. Like I said in the beginning, this game pretty much got me really... Ooh! So sorry. Ooh! That was a bad one. But yeah, ooh. Ooh. I think I lost my voice there for a second. But back to what I was saying, like I said in the beginning, this game really got me hyper fixated with Halo. Like I said, I played Halo 2 and 3 like any other person back in the day, but Reach really got me hooked into the franchise, if that makes sense. It got me into the clan. It got me into the Halo clan stuff. Specifically the elite clans, and that pretty much was the road to how I became Covenant Canon, really. Because the more I was within the St. Elite clans and got into the ranks, I got more interested into their lore and stuff like that. And yeah, that's how I became. That's kind of the road that led me to become Covenant Canon. Alright.
Get in there. Take out that shield, Lieutenant.
Alright. Let me see if I can answer some of these last questions.
Hurry, Lieutenant. We got a frigate inbound to
Alright.
blow that spire as soon as the shield is powered down.
Well, actually, let me see if I can draw this out, because after this mission, I think that'll be the end of the live stream. I think. Unless more people can give me more questions as I'm weeding out the others. Alright, moving on to Connor Lawson. He asked, would you like to see cyborg enemies in Halo games? Like cyborg grunts with plasma cannons, etc. Ooh! Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. Like the concept art from Halo 5, where some of Jun Dama's Covenant members have Promethean prosthetics. like a Promethean, like a Forerunner arm and such. Honestly, that would be really cool to see. I would love to see more, kind of like mixtures between the factions, like I said, elites, grunts, jackals having Promethean-like aesthetics and stuff like that. That'd be very cool to see. But yeah, but to answer your question, Connor, yeah, I would very much like to see enemies like that. Oh, he also adds like a plasma cannon for an arm. Oh, kind of like the goblins have theirs. And oh, there's an echo. Oh, hey Clayton, how's it going, man? Clayton's also kind of a veteran within Covenant Canon. He's actually the main voice actor for the very famous History of the Covenant series that we did 2 years ago. That is still very popular, I might add. And Clayton deserves all the love in the world for that. Okay. There appears to be an echo. Huh. Okay. Alright, Clayton. Let me see if I can adjust. Maybe I need to adjust my my XLR. Hang on. Let me see if I can lower that down. Maybe that's causing the echo. Or it could just be the apartment. That tends to happen sometimes. How's that? Is that okay, Clayton? Maybe I need to back up a little bit. I always try to do a fist length. Yeah, 2 years ago. Funny, isn't it? But how are you doing, Clayton? I know it's been a while since we've last chatted. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh, do I have any audio inputs into my OBS? I don't think so, apart from my mic, and my headset. Aside from that, I don't have anything like that, but, yeah. I hope it's not unbearable, to listen, Clayton. Alright, but back to another question from Connor. He asked, and what is your favorite song? Oh, that's a interesting question there. In truth, I don't really have a favorite song per se. I listen to what really catches my eye and then just listen to it constantly until it kind of bugs me. I don't really have like favorite music / songs per se. It's just any that really caught my eye at the moment, I get fixated on them. Oh, here's an Evocati. Nope. Come on, there we go. But yeah, I don't really have much of a favorite song, really. I have numerous favorite kinds of songs, mostly just soundtracks from shows like House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. Though I do like listening to AC/DC and a few other songs at times, but yeah. Alright, moving on to another question from Rising Fire. He asked, what is your favorite Autobot character? Oh, ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I would say Optimus Prime. Honestly, that's kind of a big... I know Megatron and Optimus are very basic bitch answers, but it's true. I really like Optimus Prime. I really like that he's always like this tough warrior figure, but he's also like he also can be a very caring big brother kind of person, especially in Transformers Prime and recently Transformers 1. Though technically that's mostly Orion Pax, his early iteration before becoming Optimus Prime. But yeah, I would say Optimus Prime. That or Bumblebee. But Bumblebee's kind of also kind of a basic bitch, and I kind of like him better with when he has his voice box removed and he has to use either a radio or he just used bleeps and stuff like that. So, oh wait, give me that rocket. That's mine.
Let's get that Saber airborne before it changes.
Oi, bastard. Alright, hang on. There we go. Okay, moving on to another question, who I believe is Allosaurus? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Allosaurus, though that's probably incorrect as well. Because Discord has a very lovely habit of hiding all the rest of the names. So I'm going to assume it's Allosaurus. What's your stand on Warhammer 40k/30k? I don't really like Warhammer also, Allosaurus. Sorry, my friend. I'm just not that very invested into those games, really. They're just, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. There's one that has Space Marines and a God Emperor, while the other is like a fantasy genre, which kind of has me like confused and wondering if it's like some sort of like Call of Duty kind of stuff, where there's one universe with sci-fi stuff and another with fantasy stuff. I guess. I don't know. It's just, I'm probably dead wrong about this, but... Oh! What the frick? You don't have that much of a strength to freaking lift up a zealot, or, not a zealot, an Evocati like that, you freaking mad lad. Also, this is for assaulting a Sangheili. Yeah, I'm gonna write you up, you little bitch. Alright. Alright. Well, let's do a little bit of saber action before we close out the stream, shall we? No, I'm just gonna skip all that. Okay, moving on to another question from Connor Lawson. Do you prefer the Covenant or the Prometheans do you prefer the Covenant or the Prometheans as enemies to fight? Oh, okay. Well, that has to go without saying, the Covenant, obviously. I love the Covenant. I love fighting the elites, grunts, jackals, hunters, brutes, all those people. Now, I do like the Prometheans. I like fighting knights, crawlers, though I don't like fighting watchers, however. But, yeah, I would say easily the Covenant to fight. If not the Covenant, then the Banished. And moving on to his further question, he says, and speaking of the Prometheans, what is your opinion on the Promethean redesigns by Late Night Gaming? I haven't seen them, Connor, so I can't really give you an opinion if I have not seen it. So, yeah. He further goes on to say, what is your favorite Decepticon character? And probably my last question, what's your favorite bird? Okay, in regards to your first question, I've already answered this, Megatron. If not Megatron, then either Starscream, Shockwave, or Soundwave. They're all iconic characters, and they are just cool. They're just cool in their own special way, really. But my favorite old-time Decepticon character has to be Megatron, without question. All right, and to your last question, favorite bird? I don't really like birds that much, but if I had to choose a bird, I guess maybe an eagle or a hawk. I I'm not, like I said, I'm not much of a bird guy, so I guess either a falcon, or, no, a hawk, or an eagle, so. Yeah. Alright, I think that concludes all the Discord questions. But I do believe there are some questions in the live chat, so I will try. Hold on, let me see if I can pause and see if I can scroll up to see if I can find any questions to answer. There's probably a couple. Okay. Oh, okay. Mickey Messina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, my friend. He asked, or she, I think, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Is that... Are you... If you're still in the live chat, my friend, are you... male or female or non-binary? Please let me know. I really want to try and get it right. But, in answer of your question, they ask, does Thel Vadam have a wife? Oh, you're Italian. Okay. That's not really answer the original question. Does Thel Vadam have a wife? Oh, okay. Does Thel Vadam have a wife? I think that's a question. I think. But back to the question. I don't think so. I don't think Thel Vadam has a wife. There have been many people who assume that Thel Vadam has numerous wives. From one transcript from the Cole Protocol, I think it says new wives need to be brought in for more breeding. I don't think that's in regards to him. I think that might be in regards to more wives for the clan, for the Vadam clan in general. I don't think he has like multiple spouses with multiple children. I think that's just more in reference to Thel Vadam wanting to bring more, to procreate more within his clan, not just him himself. I hope that answers your question, Mickey. Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay, Alexander Leach asked, what do elites eat on St. Helios? Good question, and honestly, we don't really have an answer to that. I don't think there's been an actual detailed account on St. Heli cuisine. Though it is worth noting that Edward Buck noted that they taste like chicken, apparently. I would assume they would probably eat like meat from beasts they hunt on St. Helios. Maybe Doramir, Heliosquirrel, Colo? Maybe? I guess? I'm not entirely sure, but that's probably my best guess, Alexander. So, yeah. Okay, Captain Bob asks, what is a Halo story you feel was never fully finished that you want to see finished? Oh, okay. That's an easy question. Jul Dama story. Not really so much, never really finished, but kind of ended abruptly with his stupid death in Halo 5. I honestly want him to meet his end in Sunayon, fighting the Arbiter's Sword of St. Helios, rather than just being killed off in the first freaking mission. Which is, in my opinion, just utterly and supremely stupid, in my opinion. I will hold firm to this decision for the rest of my life. Oh, also, another story I would have liked to see better finished was Abu Metelkams, the leader of the Servants of the Abiding Truth. I really wished he was given a better send-off than just being assassinated by Spartan 3, and in a comic no less. I don't know. It's just the way he died kind of strikes me I don't know, it really just does it dirty to me. I don't know. Alright, where's the other Phantom? Where's the Phantom? Where's the other one? Is it below me? Oh, there it is. Okay. Did that one Marine just say, just quote, alien? I'm fairly certain she did. Alright. Come on. There we go. Also, Alexander Leach asked, does Nakai Vodar have a family? He's part of the Vadum family on St. Helios. So yes, he does have a family. And in fact, I do believe one of his, a member of his own clan, aided Enthostrom and Uzitaham in Hunters in the Dark. I forget his name, but I do believe he was part of Nakai family. But beyond that, there's really not much to know about the details of the Vadum clan, unfortunately. So, yeah. Okay, let's see if I'm missing others. Let me just pause here so I can scroll on down for more. I do know... Okay, hang on. Okay, Clayton has a question. What would you like to see... Okay, what would you like to see from the next Halo game? What would you like... Okay, hang on. Let me redo that all over again. Clayton asked, what would you like to see from the next Halo game? Be it gameplay, mechanics, or story? I would say story. I would like to see a really cinematic sequel to Infinite that really, like, turns up the stakes and actually gets people invested into the Endless. Because ever since Infinite, I've seen people just complain non-stop about the Endless being so... like, just non-stop hating the Endless simply because it's said that they're worse than the Flood. Which, I mean, it's not entirely a bad thing, really. I mean, the Flood isn't, like, the ultimate evil in the universe. There probably was someone, like, a faction way worse than the Flood. I don't know. But, yeah, I would like to see more of a story element with the next Halo game. Kind of like in the same way Infinite was, but obviously I would like to see upgrades in terms of gameplay, mechanics, and stuff like that. And, like I said before, I would really like to see the return of assassination animations. Those were really cool in Reach 4 and 5, and I really want to see them make a return. But yeah. And with that, I think that's it for all the questions. Thank you guys for popping up again, as per usual. I'm like I said, I'm very glad to see that people are invested into these live streams. And I'm glad these live streams can go on for at least more than an hour. So, yeah. Thank you guys for, like I said, thank you guys for participating and watching this live stream while I suck in Halo. But, yeah, if you guys want to see more live streams, then go ahead and submit your questions to the Covenant Canon Discord server. Like I said in the beginning, if you don't know where that is, simply go to the description box below. There's a link that will get you all set up for the Discord. Just click join and submit your questions in the Q&A submissions channel in the community tab. And aside from that, you guys can interact with the community as best you can. There are other stuff beyond just Halo, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Fallout, Destiny, all that sort of stuff. And you guys can share memes, art that you have, and other stuff. All is welcome in the channel, as long as it's appropriate. As long as it's appropriate to both maturity's sake and for the topics being discussed. But yeah, Thank you guys for watching, and I think that'll be it for the live stream. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys next month. And until then, may the light of Urs and the rings guide your path. Victory to Clan and Kin, Covenant fans. Covenant Canon, out.